absolutely love board games. Whenever I play board games, I play to win. I get super competitive and super intense, and it's kind of a problem. I can't help it though. I just think they're so much fun, and I remember in high school, instead of like video game nights, I would have board game nights with my friends. I just have so many board games, and I love them all. Catchphrase and gestures are kind of my go-to staple board games because you can play them in a big group and everyone already knows how to play normally, and it's a chance where I don't get too intense with that game because we're playing in groups and it goes so fast that I can't get too like, ah! So I love those two games. I also like to bring out Pictionary Man because that one is like, it's Pictionary, but you have a little guy and then you draw on the guy and try to draw out what you're trying to say, so it makes it a little bit easier and you can use motions and things like that. So I love Pictionary Man because people always get a kick out of like drawing on the little guy, and it's really fun. Then there's games like Scrabble. I personally love Scrabble. Scrabble's my game. I love it, and I love like just making words and figuring it out, and you know, using the staple Scrabble words where it's like OE, that's a Scrabble word, but like it's not really a word, but it counts in Scrabble. So I love that, but most people don't want to play Scrabble with me because they just think it's boring. Apples to Apples is a game that I also love, but I get a little too intense at because it's weird. It's split between my different groups of friends. Like one group, we play Apples to Apples where you defend your choice, the card that you pick. You defend it and say like, this is why you should pick this one. But I have another group of friends that don't let that happen at all. So I always get upset because I'm like, but I'm trying to defend this. I can work it. I can tell you why I picked this card and why you should pick it. But yeah, they're not feeling it, and I always try to like hold my tongue, but I get so like, and I just start to spurt out, and I was like, Emily, oh my gosh, calm down. So love Apples to Apples, but have to play it with a certain group of friends. It's really weird. Then there's Cranium, and I love Cranium. When we go to family gatherings, this is what we usually play because it's like so much fun, and then all of us cousins play together and kind of compete against each other, and there's the really intense cousins like me and my cousin Giselle, and then there's the kind of like, oh whatever, just go with the flow cousins that kind of aren't into it, and then me and Giselle end up getting mad at them like, you have to play, we have to win, what are you doing? So yeah, we're usually not on the same team, so we can kind of compete against each other instead of just ganging up on everyone else. Then there's this new game that I just got for my birthday. It's called Quelf, and I love it because it's like Cranium times 1,000 and way more intense and silly and just random. It's really fun to play that with people because I'm kind of goofy and random and silly and don't care if people laugh at me. I just do what I want to do. But with Quelf, you're kind of forced to, even if you're shy, and it's just awkward and random, and I love it, and I love seeing people that aren't comfortable with awkwardness or randomness try to do it, and I just love that game. Then there's this game Pit, and I found this game at the summer camp that I worked at. All the kids loved that game. They were playing it all the time and always like, I want to play Pit, and so then I was like, oh sure, like show me how to play, and it's so much fun. It's like a 1930s-ish kind of stock market game where you kind of have to bid and trade and get 8 of a kind, all of one cards, but it's by trading and selling like the stock market, and it's really neat and it's really funny, and there's a bell, so I'm sold. So yeah, board games, all over that. I love board games.